This month.
Welcome. Sit down, roll up, pour up, turn up and tune in. Because you're now watching the Buncher Bull Network.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to the world's dopest podcast, the Marley State of Mind podcast, down here at the Bunch of Bull Studios as per usual. And tonight, I got a special guest with me, Jayhawk, Black Scully gang in the house. How you feeling, bro?
Salute. Peace to the family.
Yeah, bro. Appreciate you joining me.
Much love.
Yeah, man. Whenever I do these, I like to start it off saying how I was introduced to the artist, how I come to find the artist that was in the house tonight. And for you, you know what I mean, your name was always in the hip-hop sphere, if you will.
Word.
I know about your work. I know about the battles, you know what I mean, and of course all the work that you put in on the scene. And I think the first time we actually met was when I came into Tom Bomb Daily Bread Shop.
Right.
And you know, of course, you're a staple there, just like you're a staple in the hip hop community. And then that's when we actually met and chopped it up. And I found out we have kindred spirits, especially when it comes to the style of hip hop that we both like to enjoy.
Definitely,
you know,
definitely the essence of.
the essence of,
For
yeah.
sure.
And you know, like myself, you're into the lyricist, bro. You like the rhymes, you like the nice schemes, if you will, the clever shit.
Right. The wit. I heard Professor Scott say some deep shit. I got my own little variation of it. He said it was it's head, heat, heart. You know what I'm saying? I like to say the smarts, the sauce, and the social. You feel me? Gotta have a little bit of everything. You know, the best in the world. It's like if rapping was like 2K attributes and
Yes,
shit. You know
yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean?
I like that one. Yeah.
So it's like you gotta have the head, gotta have the lyrical ability. Just gotta have the skill. Gotta have the rapping skill. You know, I mean, everybody.
Who would you say is the like prototype MC for you when it comes to those attributes? Who you think best
I mean, well,
fulfills
take
those
the game
attributes?
right now. Like,
Yeah.
I would have to say a Kendrick right now, right? Take a Kendrick right now as a prime example. Of what I'm talking about, he would be like on the 9-9 with everything. You know, he's got the smarts. You know, the rapping shit down. He's got the sauce. You know, the heat. Like he captured the zeitgeist and was able to be able to just be marketable at any given time.
Right.
And then he has the social. You know what I mean, he's got the heart. You know, he's talking about something, standing on something. You know what I mean? Like a lot of art nowadays is vapid and just mindless and it's just whack. With that being said, I wouldn't even potentially call it art, me personally.
Right.
If it's not challenging as well as entertaining.
You think it's missing like the soul?
I guess it depends. You know, well, capitalism moves in, and then there's a lot of moving parts. I would say, like you spoke of, you and I personally, you know, we're very latched on to the essence of hip hop.
Yeah.
And we never lose sight of why it started, where it comes from,
Yep.
and why it should continue.
Right.
You feel me?
No, that's a good point, bro. And I like the fact that you said like why it started, and I think a lot of people that are in the game now kind of, I shouldn't say, it just seems to me that a lot of people in the game now don't really have an appreciation of where it came from. You know, me myself, even though I was born in a certain era where I missed a lot, like the Rakim, the KRS-One, and all that stuff, that was like way before me. But I still go back and do my homework and still try to find out why were people infatuated with it at the time that they were.
Even if you don't like it.
Even if I don't like it, yeah.
For sure.
And a lot of stuff like, and I feel like, you know, just me personally, I'm very much a student of hip hop. I understand, like, to me, it's more than just music. It's a whole culture. And it's really become African-American culture. And I think it's one of the most unique and original things to America. I think it's one of the most American things is hip hop culture because it was formed here. It was born here. It was made here. And in a way that is spread throughout the globe. You can't watch a commercial without some type of incorporation of hip hop in it. Right. You can't. There's nothing that they don't incorporate hip hop in today's society, and not just here, but even abroad.
I would say hip hop is probably a leading export out of this country.
Yep.
But you know, but again, we should never lose sight of where it came from, why it was formed. I mean, hip hop was formed out of struggle. You know what I mean? Like, and not saying you have to struggle in your art,
Right.
but you should express every emotion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, for sure. But before we get too deep into that, because I'm sure we can come back to that, I definitely want to get into your journey because it's Jayhawk hour. You feel me?
Word.
For you with hip hop, what was like your early influences? What was it about hip hop early on that you gravitated towards? What made you want to be a part of this thing called hip hop? Was it a certain MC? Was it a certain song?
Oh man, that's kind of a big question.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say first and foremost, my big brother Jules King. Salute to Jules King. Yeah, I mean, you know, my big brother was, is, and will be a fire MC. So I mean, it just rubbed right off. You know.
Was he playing a lot of records around the house for you?
Oh man, like me being the youngest male sibling. Yeah, I mean, I have a little sister, two big brothers that I grew up with in the crib. King was always the one that brought all the CDs through, brought the flavor through in the crib, you know, all the hip hop.
He had the newest and freshest joints.
It was honestly very eclectic in the crib. It's like my big bro King might come through with the Nas and the Jay-Z and the DMX, and then my big bro Skilo, he might come through with some old like Killer Army. Yeah, I mean, Army of the Pharaohs, like some.
He had the deep underground. Yeah, yep.
You know what I'm saying? And I was coming in the crib with the Wu-Tang, Outkast CDs. You know, even back then we would kind of clown each other. It's kind of funny because I know if you ask them today, but they be on some revisionist history shit. But shout out to the to my bro Munch. Shout out to my bro Jules King, my cousin Flack G. So it's like back then, they helped me a lot with an understanding of hip hop.
Right.
Regionally, you know what I mean? And like, cause when I first heard 3 6 Mafia, I was like, yo, man, these niggas is whack. I was real purist, you know what I'm saying? Right. So I was like, nah, these cats ain't rhyming, you know what I mean? And then they would tell me like, you gotta understand, just take it from their point of view. This is where they come up, this is how they do, you know, and then just like take it from the beginning.
They made you look at it in a different way.
And it really helped me. Yeah, I mean, now it's to the point, shit, man, I'll ride around to that shit. I probably rode up here to that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, helped me a lot. I think Project Pat's like the king of the down south music.
Yeah, bro, I feel you.
But shit. And back then, I come through with the Outkast CDs. They like, yo, man, these niggas is weird. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Dre 3000, he come through with the blonde wig, shoulder pads and shit. Yeah. Like, it freaked them out. You know what I mean? But I mean, you
were able to make them look at it in a different
because they could definitely respect the art, though. They respected the music. You know, you can't deny good tunes.
No, man, I love that, and a lot of that relates to me. I think we talked a little bit off camera. Before this, I told you I lived in Stone Mountain, Georgia, for a while.
Word.
And prior to living there, I really wasn't hip to like the Southern hip hop music. Like, it wasn't really being from northern east area. I was on like big on New York music, New York hip hop. I was big on lyricism and the stuff that comes with East Coast hip hop. So just like you, the down south stuff really didn't make sense to me at that time. But then I started to learn a different appreciation for it when I was amongst the people who did love that stuff. You know what I mean? Like, they were telling me like, yeah, AT Aliens is the dopest album ever. And at that time, it just didn't make sense to me. It wasn't until later in life where I became a student of hip hop,
right,
where I can go back and listen to it like, oh, this is what they heard. This is why they're saying that. And I think it is a big regional thing too, right? Like, when you come from where we come from, the northeast, right? We're so used to hearing the essence of hip hop again, right? The roots of hip hop. When people do different things to us, it's kind of offensive. You know what I mean? It's like, damn, what are you doing to this? But they're making it their own, and that's what hip hop's about, right? That's really the essence of hip hop, is taking something that exists and turning it into your own, right?
For sure. Yeah, that's art. Yeah. You know, I think it was Hendrix that said, art is simply being shown something you've never seen before, or it could be something you see every day, just in a different way. You know,
just remixed. Yeah, for sure. So you say Big Bro was the big influence on you early on.
Definitely, definitely. Shout out to a couple OGs I came up with on the block.
Yeah.
It was two cats I thought that was the hottest cats in the city. You know what I mean? Like late 90s, early 2000s. And like I thought you could put these cats like right in the game. At the time, I'm listening to the Jay-Z's of the world, Nas's. I was a big Dipset kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hell
I'm
yeah.
like Dipset kid to this day type shit. Like be heavy on the dips. And then so one of the cats was cousin Munch. You know what I mean? Munch, Loken, and Smoking. To this day, I think he's one of the best MCs of the city.
And you got to work with him.
And I was very fortunate to be able to work with him.
Okay.
Back when I was like, I wanted to work with dudes since I was like 12, man, like 13. You know what I mean? He unfortunately caught a long bid, had to sit it down for like at least a dime.
Yeah.
But when he came home, yeah, I mean, I put him right in the studio, you know what I mean? And we actually released the album last year, or well, the year before last, called Trauma Bond.
Okay.
Super, super dope project.
Yeah, Trauma Bond. How can they get a hold of that? If they're looking
You could check that out on any streaming platform, wherever you listen to music. Search Cousin Munch or Jayhawk, Trauma Bond.
there you go.
It'll
Make
pop
sure
up.
y'all cop that.
Definitely. And then very powerful project, very powerful music. It's based around basically Munch's experiences coming up into this point.
Yeah.
With him being locked up, you know what I mean? Just the shit he had to go through. You know, he lost his G-rays when he was locked up. That's, you know, it hurts, like, just
Yeah.
being locked up, you know, and even going deeper as to him actually witnessing his father's passing on his 16th birthday. Like, it's real messed up. And then
And the project's going through those different traumas.
definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. I have some traumas on there as well, you know. Back in 2013, my son, he lost his mother, you know what I mean, on Mother's Day. You know, it was really rough. you
Yeah.
know. 3 months prior, I lost my little bro, Big Penny. We actually started this Black Scully gang shit. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So rest in peace, Big Penny. Rest in peace
Rest
to
in peace
Mary,
for
for
sure.
sure. But yeah, powerful, powerful shit, man. And it's really about just overcoming, you know, and getting through the obstacles, finishing the mission. You know what I mean?
Do you think through that project you were able to overcome some of that trauma?
I think I overcame the trauma, which is why I was able to do the project.
Okay, that's fair.
Word.
So you think you don't think while you were going through the healing process you would have been able to make that music?
Not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all. I even have some lines on the album about it. How I couldn't write a decent rhyme to save my life. You know what I'm saying? It was spurts of depression. I even thought I had like some Black Widow syndrome. How like my wife passed on me. It was wild. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that's a good point that you bring up because I know a lot of artists, and it's often perceived by people who aren't artists that it's easier to write in pain, or artists need some type of emotion or pain to write through. You're saying that you had a hard time expressing yourself through art
I definitely,
with that pain.
I definitely draw inspiration through bad times. I draw inspiration through good times as well.
Yeah,
I honestly think as an artist, you have to draw inspiration through every emotion.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You can't just write when you're happy. You can't just write when you're sad. Can't just write when you're up. Can't just write when you're down.
is that how it is for you? Can you write under any circumstance, or
Uh,
what's the ideal
I want
conditions
to
for you
say
to create
yes.
in?
Just living life. You know, you live the life. You experience life.
Yeah.
You know, it's almost it's not a spooky thing. You just step away from the art, live life, and then
Yep.
jump back into the art.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I think that's an important thing too as an artist, right? Is to step away from the art sometimes and live life and not trying to, like, I think sometimes when you force it and you try to make it come, that's when you don't get the best product. And when it's coming easy to you, when it's effortless, I think that's when you get the best product as an artist.
Agreed. I learned that as a young artist, coming up. Basically, like when rap no longer was a novelty and cats started making a lot of money and
Yeah.
capitalism moved in. It's
Yeah.
like you start hearing niggas make music that they think people's gonna like
Mass producing the music.
instead of just making some shit that was them.
Yeah.
You know?
No, for sure. I often compared it to like mass producing bowls, right? Like say if you just like have a cereal bowl that you're mass producing, You know, all those bows are cool and they look the same and they work the same. But if you go get a real bow just crafted from a person who does that
Right.
by hand, it's going to be something special about that one. It's going to have certain details to it that the other ones don't have. Even if you get the same one made by the same person, it's still not going to have the same details that that first one had. And that's what I compare it to. Is just like mass producing. Like today, with the accessibility that people have to music, you know, beats and you know, recording devices. It's just so easy just to do it,
Mm-hmm.
You know,
And it's a gift and a curse.
it is a gift and a
you
curse.
know.
Because when you're coming up before this time, you had to be passionate in order to have the tools to do it. Like you had to know someone who made beats. You had to know where to find a recording studio, and it took homework. It wasn't just googling like recording studio in my area.
Straight up.
You had to know. You had to have these plugs, and you had to be of that art form to have it. It wasn't just easily accessible, and I think that's the difference now. Is just you get so much more accessibility to so many people, which, like you said, is a gift and a curse because a lot of dope music comes from that as well.
Right. And I li- it's like I do like that my music is accessible. Uh, I'll say that about, and I don't want to just. I like that all of our music is more accessible.
Right.
But I just wish we would get our worth. You know,
Yeah.
I probably would sacrifice that. I'm pretty sure I definitely would.
Yeah.
You know, I go out of my way to support artists that, you know, I enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it could be done. I know it could be done.
Yeah, for sure. Now I want to get back into your coming up in the music game. You said Big Bro, Jules King was the one that kind of put you on to the hip hop.
Yeah, yeah. And I said there was two cats that was super hot to me.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. You didn't.
One was Cousin Munch.
right.
And the other was a cat from my hood, man. Shout out to him. I don't know where he's at today. He's one of my OGs. His name was A Miz.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He's an OG in my hood. Reason why he's significant to my story is I used to be rapping out on like when I first got the balls to like rapping the cipher on the block, right? I'm mad young. I'm like in between 10, 11, 12
Oh
years
yeah,
old.
you hella young. Yeah.
Mad young, right? So I'm out on the block and I'm just rapping basically what I was enjoying at the time. I'm listening to Benny Siegel and you know Styles P. These is like my favorite cats, even to this day. And then so I'm talking a lot of gangster shit, right? And these cats, they know me, you know, like they know they see me literally.
They see you grow up.
They literally see me jump off the porch
Mm-hmm.
to get in the cipher.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And so I'm rhyming, you know, and after the cipher, A Miz pulled me. Mind you, A Miz is a G, you know what I mean? But he's a super G, you know what I
Right.
mean? And probably clinically insane, you know what I mean? Like, super scary guy, you know, had the block on lock. you
He's
know
a
what I mean?
real one.
If he ain't fuck with you, you was gonna know it, you know what I
Right.
mean? And I'm sure he was the same way when he was locked up, you know what I mean? I heard stories about him. He's probably still locked up to this day, like, very sad situation. So he pulls me to the side as a very young man, mind you, very young rapper. And he says, "Yo, Hawk, are you really living like that? Like that shit you was rapping? Cause yeah, I mean, a motherfucker would hear that and I mean and think you're like take you as a killer. You know what I mean? And that hit me. Like I'm like, damn. Yeah, I mean, no, and this is coming from in my mind a killer.
A certified. Yeah. Exactly.
So I'm like, damn. All right, word. And I went back to the drawing board after that, you know.
What realization did you come to whenever he said that to you? What changed? What clicked for you? What changed in your mind when he said that to you?
I noticed that I was lacking authenticity.
Mm.
You know, I lacked authenticity, and I wanted to be able to make art I could stand on.
Yeah.
I wanted to be able to make art I could literally argue you down. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna die on this hill. So, yeah, I got back to the drawing board and I made music that was me. You know, I made shit that was me.
Yeah. So the OG A Miz,
Salute.
he came through and gave you some real advice
Yeah, for
without
sure.
without
for
even
sure.
trying. He was just trying to guide you.
That's it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I mean, to him, I was the youngin' on the block. You know what I mean? So I'm glad, and that's another thing that is somewhat missing today. Like that sense of community. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
had OGs,
Yeah.
whether they was just like church going folk or
Right.
real gangsters on the block.
Yeah.
They was OGs to us as young bucks, and I'm very fortunate and thankful for that.
Yeah, man. No, you're 100% correct in that. You know, what I mean, I don't know if I should get on this soapbox now, but I think that it's by design that we don't have those OGs no more, right? And a lot of times, you know, there's powers that play that is kind of invented for young black men to go into the system and not be around and not to be able to guide that youth.
There's no question. I mean, I tell my son, I mean, he'll be 19 this year. I said, yeah, I mean, don't get the fuck. Mind you, this is a sweet kid. Like,
Yeah.
he gives me absolutely no trouble.
For sure.
Because he didn't have an option of the streets like I did. But I asked him. I said, and I ain't asked him. I told him. I said, just know, it's easy to get locked up. I mean, you ain't even no criminal. You ain't never been no criminal. It's still easy for you to get locked up. Just
Yeah.
for how you look. Know that.
Yeah.
I mean, so be careful how you move.
Do you think he heeded that advice? Do you think he?
And I didn't want to give him like a sense of like scarcity or anything.
Right.
But
You're trying to give him a sense of awareness.
for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
Like the day I gave him, oh man, the day I gave him the if the cops stop you talk, man, I had tears in my eyes, bro. No cap.
That's a real conversation, right? And it's something that goes on in our community that
Couldn't
we
even
do have
help
to
it,
talk
man. It
about,
was
right?
crazy, like.
Because you got to tell him how to maintain, how to present himself in these different situations. And for those who might not understand, and this is a thing that I had to understand, some people don't have to go through that, so they have no reason to understand it, right? Because it's not something they face. But what we're talking about right now is, you know, being a black man and understanding how just our presence can be scary to someone who looks different than us, and learning how to present yourself, having that in mind, especially when it comes to law enforcement, because there's such a misunderstanding between our two communities, right? Between the law enforcement and
Well, I mean, back to the stage is set for this. I mean,
Yeah.
some might say there is no misunderstanding. You know, some might say that system's working just fine.
yeah, just the way it's supposed to, right?
You know what I mean?
But yeah, you have to give that talk to young black men and say, listen, man, you might be faced with a situation where, you know, you're not doing anything wrong, and it still might not turn out
Right.
in your
I ain't
favor.
never like again. Salute to A-Miz. Like
Yeah.
when I went back and adjusted my flow, and I thought to myself, like, man, would I do this?
Yeah.
Did I do it, or am I willing to do it? And I just like, not saying I can't embellish in my flow. I'm just saying like something I can at least argue down if it comes up, like, and something I could say is me. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. No, I think, and that's a two-sided coin, because you did touch on something like embellishing on it, right? I think there's two sides to it. You should certainly be you know, real to yourself, but at the same time you're an artist, so you might do some storytelling that might have some, but you have to present it in that way. You let it be known that, hey, this isn't something that happened to me, but this is something that could happen, or I've seen happen to other people, or because that's what it is. You know what I mean? Steven Spielberg never been to outer space, but he could write about that shit.
right.
You know what I mean?
I could write about it.
You feel me? So I think our art is the same way. So now you went back, you retooled, you was like, man, I got to do this a little bit different. Do you think that helped you create better music once you became?
Yeah, not only
more
that,
true to
but it
yourself?
made me more confident just as an MC. You know what I'm saying? Totally more confident as an MC. And I don't know. It's like, I don't know, bro. It's like pure pimping. You know what I mean? It's like at least 70% of what I say is accurate. If I'm gonna say it to you today, and you wake up tomorrow and you see, oh yeah, it's still true. Like,
Yeah, it still holds true. Yeah.
I mean, he meant what he said.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just it's a different type of love there for sure.
Now, once you started doing this, did you start making original material? Or you still
Kinda.
you was just doing ciphers on the block at that point?
Yeah, I was still doing ciphers on the block. You know, I ain't really start. Yeah, that's a good segue. I ain't really start treating music seriously until about 2009, 2010.
Yeah.
When I got up with my little bro Big Penny. You know what I'm saying? May he rest. You know what I mean? Legend from the hill. You know what I'm saying?
What changed for you?
And fantastic MC. I don't know. I just got up with some guys that I seen was serious, and they motivated me to be serious, knowing that I could do it. You know what I mean? That's really what it was, you know? And
That's what's up.
we started the Black Scully gang shit, and we released our first tape was the Black Scully mixtape, you know, and yeah. We had that shit down. Time Bomb back when Time Bomb was on Highland and shit.
Yes, sir.
That meant something to us, man. You know what I mean?
No, so you guys formed a group. How did y'all meet to form the group? How did that come about?
Well, his mother had them being from the hill.
Yeah.
They was from L Block. You know what I'm saying? His mother moved up on my block. You know what I mean? Where my mother was. That's the 5 Joe in Garfield. You know? Yeah. They was up there for a minute before we actually linked up on some. Oh, I didn't even know he rapped for a while. You know what I mean? That was a little stutter.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't know them niggas rap. You know what I mean? They was just some niggas that was cool. And I remember the day it happened. I think there might even be some footage. Shout out to the State Fam niggas, my man 1-2. He's actually like a in-house producer for me.
Okay.
To this day. You know what I mean? One of my best friends. Zombie Gang producer 1-2. You know what I mean? He's a renowned producer.
Yeah.
I remember it was on my block, and we was probably on my porch one day. He had the camera and shit. He's like recording us, and I was about to rap, and then I seen Big Penny and my man Mel Money was walking from the store. They was coming from the store, and they were like, "Oh, y'all about to rap?" You know what I mean? Yeah, we hot. We got some shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? We can spit something. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm about to toss it to them. And then my bro King pulls up, back when he had the Bonneville and shit, pulls right up in front of the crib, like, oh, niggas rapping and shit. He spit his flow.
Perfect
you know what I mean?
timing, yeah.
And then, yeah, it was a very magical moment. And then after that, you know what I mean? We
Black
went
Scully gang was born out of that.
Yeah, I mean, long story short, it was the gang after that, yo.
Yeah.
Because I just seen the potential was so much. So at the time, they was working on a project called Grind Over Matter. You dig? My man Divine, he did the cover for that shit and everything.
Yeah, man.
Super dope. Shout out to my man Sean and shit. You know
Yeah,
what I
make sure y'all check out that episode with Sean Devine.
Hell yeah, he damn near did like, you know what I mean, I know he was talking about him doing the graphics back then.
Yep.
Man, he did damn near every J-Hawk album cover and shit. But yeah, so back then he was doing one for the Grind Team affiliates, they was calling themselves. You know what I mean? Big Penny and his little brother LP, Lil Penny, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to LP. At the time they was dealing with my man Mel Money, shout out to Mel. And so they about to drop this tape, right? And then so I'm in they had, you know, the makeshift studio, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
in his
the home
room and
studio,
shit.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So I come in, they like, yo, they just thought of me in high reverence, you know what I mean? So
Were you recording at that time already?
me personally, no.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Not at all. You know what I mean? I was just rhyming whenever somebody, like, I'd walk outside, I couldn't walk 10 blocks without somebody, yo, spit some hot. You know what I mean? I was content
You were
with that.
You were known for that.
Right, because I would rhyme in high school, ciphers, go to, shout out to my man Stretch. He used to have Rhyme Cows at
yeah,
the
for sure.
Shadow Lounge back in the day. All good stuff. You know what I mean? Great Pittsburgh hip hop moments. So I was content with that. You know what I mean? And then I seen how hungry these young niggas from the hill was, right? So they like, yo, man, we about to drop this tape, man. We want you to check it out before we drop it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Let me know what you think. Because they just thought I was so dope or whatever. So I listened to the tape, and I'm just like, no, this ain't it. I'm like, this ain't it, bro. I'm like, no, don't put this out, man. I got too much love for y'all niggas. Don't put this out.
Damn.
They's like, yo, man, we respect that, bro. They like, what do we got to do? I'm like, you just got to tweak some shit, bro. You know what I mean? And then, yeah, they scrapped it. And they scrapped that shit, bro. And then they went back in the studio.
They valued your opinion that much that they was like, yeah,
no bullshit, bro. They had, man. I remember they had this one cover where they took some shots up. You guys Divine. They took some shots up at the skyline. You know what I mean?
Of course, yeah.
When I seen the cover, I'm like, man, this is cliche, bro. Like
Right,
everybody,
right.
you know what I'm saying? Like
Everybody got that
it was.
joint.
I was just picking it apart, just little shit, and they was just like, all right, So yeah, they scrapped the project. They sat it down. And then they got back in the lab. So what they did was tweak some songs and shit. Oh, it was nasty work. They even kicked a member of the group out and shit. Like, yeah, bro, like we need you to sit this one out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he just wasn't coming with it. And then yeah, they took some new photo shoots. They had went down to the library down Pitt and shit. Got some dope ass shots and shit. And they dropped a new cover, you know what I mean, where they're like facing the board and shit, and you see their backs and shit in the classroom. Super dope, grind over matter, you know what I mean? I don't know if
It's still accessible anywhere.
it was very popular on Dat Piff when it had
Yeah,
released, you know what I'm saying, before Dat Piff went
Rest in
down.
peace, that Piff, bro.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, and then I was very impressed with that. And so they dropped their second project, which it ended up just being Big Penny and LP, the Grind Team affiliates. But they
were you featured on any of those early projects?
I was definitely all over the second project they did. I probably was on one joint on Grind Over Matter.
Okay.
But I was all over the second project, which is their classic, was called King. You know what I'm saying? King was knowledge is the new gangster acronym. You know what I mean?
And this all predates the Black Scully gang movement.
Yeah, this was right. Like, so the first tape was the Black Scully.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? And then they put out the Grind Over Matter, and then they released the King after that. Even on the cover of the King, you could see the Black Scully album. In the back
Okay,
and shit.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Still doing
Very
promo
sad.
for the Black Scully. Yeah.
Very sad. Significant short story about that. I'll try to make it quick. Was
No, it's all your
the
time.
day he passed away, Big Penny, they showed that cover on the news and shit. And it was like zoomed right into the, like, all I could see was the fucking Black Scully cover on that cover. It was wild, bro.
End up becoming part of his legacy.
Yeah. It made me feel like I was on the news for all the wrong reasons and shit.
Yeah.
But anyway, man, great, fantastic project. Fantastic. Every song. I mean, they was cooking. Like, oh, man. And I just knew, like, we formed a gang. It was like the gang was basically me and my brother, me and King, him and his brother. You know what I mean? Him and LP.
And that became
Black
the gang.
Scully gang.
Yeah.
And we was hitting shows, doing our thing, you know, trying to take over the Hill on their side, trying to take over Garfield on my side, and everything in between.
Were you guys performing at this time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We was busting shows. Shout out to my best friend, NR Dot. You know what I mean? He Black Scully gang. We was busting shows all up and down the DMV. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all was taking it out of town.
Whatever we could do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Talent shows, whatever. You know what I mean? Open mics, cooking.
What was that time? What was that time like for you? Do you remember like doing your first shows with the gang?
Yeah, we probably got some footage, some old nasty footage on the YouTube of us at the Shadow Lounge and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What was those
For
experiences like? Like, it seems like you were also a fan of hip hop music in the city, and especially a place like the Shadow Lounge. For those who don't know, and if you ever watched my show prior to, you'll definitely often hear artists refer to the Shadow Lounge because it was such an important part of Pittsburgh hip hop, right?
No question.
And it was like one of those proving grounds. Like, you had to be nice when you came to the Shadow Lounge, and it'll either make you or break you. Like, people
right.
either gain respect for you and want to rock with you and collab with you, or they're gonna be like, yeah, you ain't got no business being here, bro.
Yeah, I'll say this. It's nothing like a live show. It's not just hip hop. It's nothing like a live show, bro.
Now, were you battling at that time?
So back in the day, I guess in battle rap culture, there's like a BCE and an AD. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You feel me? Like battle rap BC was like out on the block and shit. You know what I'm saying? We was, you know what I mean?
It was like the smack shit.
You might catch me.
Yeah.
Not
Murder
even.
Mook.
No, not even. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, yes and no. Yeah, I mean, like in Pittsburgh, like it wasn't even about no camera work. Yeah, I mean, it was like you had to be there. It was if you know, you know.
Yep.
You had to be down in the Shadow Lounge to see who was battling back then. Who can battle?
Because you might get in a battle not even in the Shadow Lounge, outside the back.
Depending on your knowledge of Pittsburgh hip hop, you ask somebody, yeah, you know who battles in Pittsburgh? Yeah, I mean, you might hear me on some AD shit, BC, you be like, oh yeah, Dose. Yeah, shout out to Dose. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Shout out
Free
Dose,
Dose.
man. Yeah, free Dose, man. Dose
Uh,
now.
yeah, I mean, like it's different eras.
Yeah.
So the I would say the quote unquote Smack era. I guess you could say there's a Smack DVD era, and then when it switched over,
To like URL.
URL.
Yeah,
You know what I
yep,
mean?
yep, yep.
So yeah, that's a perfect example actually. But yeah.
So at that time, you really weren't there. You weren't in that.
Yeah, me personally, I'm someone that can say he's done both.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like
sure.
I'm cut from that cloth,
Right.
from the Pittsburgh hip hop cloth. I know the Shadow Lounge. I had my nights.
Yeah, for
Pulled joints out of that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Great nights. You know what I mean? But yeah, so I'm glad I experienced that, and I'm someone who can translate it over to this era, and
What do you think it was about that time that made it easy for you to make the transition? Like, what did you learn?
it was just
what did you
it
learn
was
from
just
that
different.
time?
It's an evolution. It's the evolution of battle rap. Back then, it was like, yeah, I mean, who's the hottest? Who's the hottest dude on this block? Go against the hottest dude on my block.
Right.
Who's the hottest dude in this hood? Go against the hottest dude from our hood.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they meet each other and they'll go verse for verse. You know what I'm saying? Like, and until somebody drop, you know what I mean, or whoever is hotter wins. And that's where we came from. You know what I'm saying? And that was fun. Now it's much more calculated.
Yeah.
You know, if whoever is any battle rap fans, like it's much more calculated. It's like you'll have like you could have months.
It's almost like
prepare.
theater now, right?
Yeah, more like some WWF type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Or even like William Shakespeare theater, like to the point where you got to memorize this. You got to have your punchlines hit
Again,
on time,
and that's
You
where I
gotta,
was going. Like
timing,
there's
yeah.
nothing like a live show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That you rehearsed all this time for this moment. It's like the circus. That's why the circus is the greatest show on earth.
Yeah, for sure.
You rehearse all this time for this one moment. And if you fuck up, you fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I mean. Like it's like a live show. Like you got to memorize these lines. Like I couldn't imagine. That's the thing I always think of when I see you guys go at it on that stage, because it's so much pressure, right? It's a game 7 every time. Like there's no
Yeah.
like you mess up and ain't no coming back.
I mean, there's small circumstances. You know, it's definitely better. Like, let's say you choke or stumble in a battle. It's definitely better for you to do it in the first round and try to get some shit back than you do it in the last round and like that's the last thing you did and that's all motherfuckers is gonna remember.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's circumstances. Like, let's say if you and I was about to battle right now, coin toss. You win. What you want to do?
Go last.
You do?
Yeah.
See, now there's some battle rappers would be like, I'm definitely going first.
Yeah.
First thing I'm gonna do is snatch the crowd away from his goofy ass and watch him squirm trying to take it back from me.
Right.
Like a murder moot. You know what I'm saying? It's circumstances, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Do you plan like that whenever you're going into battles? Do you?
Me? No. Yeah, I mean,
What's your approach? Whenever,
I got me
whenever you're going
personally. I
battles?
got it out the mud. Like as far as the coin toss shit, like I never win the fucking coin toss. So I usually go first and just snatch the crowd from a motherfucker and watch.
That's
him squirm
always your
trying to get it
approach?
back.
Yeah.
Yeah, or I just try to make it worse if I go second. Shit, that's all.
It seems like for me, this is why I always say like last if I'm thinking about it, is rebuttals, right? That way I can actually rebuttal off of what you say. You know, people are more prone to oohs and ahs if you get a nice rebuttal off, right?
Yeah, but I only like them when they hot. Like they don't like freestyling. Period. Freestyling. Period. Like off the top of the brain in a battle now, it's like it's very very risky.
Yeah.
Like if that shit's not
Tight.
cooking,
Yeah.
then it's like it falls flat so fast.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
You know, so, you know, like me personally, I've done it a couple of times. You know what I'm saying? And it felt like I only did it because I had to do it in the moment, you know what I mean, to save the battle. You know what I mean? And those who can do it, and I was fortunate to be able to look like I know how to do it. Maybe I do, you know, and I've seen battle rappers that, you know, they do it very well. So, you know, T strong.
Now, when it comes to battle, I seen you do battles with acapella and with beats. Do you have a preference one over the other?
Battle rap, yeah, I would prefer no beat
Yeah. Why is that?
because it really makes the MC the instrument.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Do you think sometimes guys can overcompensate? Well,
And
yeah.
and
The
I
reason
think the biggest thing about it, I think, is
yeah,
it separates the greats from just the wannabes, honestly, because like if not every crowd's a battle rap crowd, but a witty lyricist is a witty lyricist. An
yep.
MC's an MC. You know what I mean? So
That's exactly what I was going to ask you. Do you think? And I asked you this because I feel this way, right? Would you say that like you're able to overcompensate for your lack of lyricism with a beat? Because if you ride it and deliver it correctly, it don't matter what the hell you say, right? All you gotta do is just sneak a couple clever things in there if it's a beat on. But if you're riding and delivering it, then it's like people are gonna feel it, and they're probably not even gonna remember what you said.
depends. You know what I mean? Depends. Uh, Especially with battle rap, it's very very circumstantial, and it's just very subjective. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it goes back to what you said about you being an instrument with the acapella stuff. Like there's no covering up anything. Like you're by yourself, you're empty. You know what I mean? You're stripped, and you just got to come with it.
Right. Yeah.
With the beat, you have something to kind of cover up your flaws. With the acapella, it's just you fuck up, you fuck up.
I mean, you could sound almost worse on the beat if you're not good. You know, at least somebody you may get some time to get your shit off with no beat, but you got to get your shit off.
Yeah, for sure.
You know.
All right, so you guys doing the Black Scully gang shit. You're performing now. You know what I mean? You're starting to see shit come together for you. What made you decide to start diving in the battle rap shit, or were you already doing that anyway?
That's a good question. Yeah, so I was just focused on the music shit, and then I'm cooling. Always was a big battle rap fan. Always was a big battle rap fan. Even like I said, the AD period,
Yeah.
like the Smack DVD
When it
era.
wasn't as easily accessible.
Like I always used to cop the Smack DVDs
Yep.
back in the day and go straight to the battles. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I'll watch the rest of it later type shit. Always loved battle rap. But so it was at the time, I can't remember what year it was, but it's probably like 8 years ago now, something like that. And then at the time, shout out to Pittsburgh battle rap. You know what I mean? It's a wave right now. You know what I mean, it's been a wave building for this time period I'm about to break down. But I'm gonna just give a short version. But so at the time, a couple of the homies, it was Animal at the time, and the homie Yaka. Yeah, I mean they was battling and shit, right? And I think Yaka had got out on Animal, right? So my like I said, my little bro and our dot, he's the best man at my wedding and shit. Shout out to my wife as well, Miss Lady. Um, this nigga was like, yo, yeah, I mean, Yaka, he really, yeah, I mean, at the time, Animal, he had like a very good name, at least in battle rap.
Yeah.
Which he's very talented battle rapper, and he wasn't supposed to lose to Yaka, but he did, and so, and I was like, yo, all you got to really do right now is beat Yaka, you know what I'm saying, and now you the man in battle rap, you know what I'm saying, now you the man in the city, right? So I'm like, all right, yeah, bet, because I'm convinced I could beat Yaka. Mind you, salute to Yaka. We all went to high school together.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
We all went to Peabody.
It's all
and shit,
love,
you know
yeah.
what I mean, and I ain't go to many niggas. I ain't go to school with many niggas that's in the battle rap community. There's a couple out there. You know what I mean, shout out to my man Paperboy, Yaka. So I goes up to Yaka. I sees him in the hood. I goes up to him, right? And I'm like, yo, man, I mean, like, just because you know me, like, on the strength, like, I mean, I'm trying to get a battle with you. You know what I mean? Because I'm trying, you know what I mean, get my name up there and shit. And obviously,
It feels like boxers is what it feels like, right? As you describe it, that's what it feels
there's
like.
definitely a hierarchy game played in battle
Yeah,
rap,
yeah.
man. So, yeah, he ducks me. You know what I mean? He gives me the story about how he's supposed to be battling me for like 5K, and that shit never went down. You know what I mean? No battle
I
For
didn't even know Hemi battle for real.
well, he didn't. Like I
Oh,
said,
okay. I was about to say I didn't even know that.
like I said, he didn't. So no battle in the city went down for 5K. You know what I'm saying? It would have been me versus another goofy nigga, but he backed down. You know what I mean? But anyway, so he ducks me. And I was trying to get a battle on Street Talk. Shout out to my bro Jules King. Him and Real Deal just battled on Street Talk.
Hell
That
yeah.
battle just released yesterday. Check
Couple
that out.
legends. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean, super dope, right? So, uh, the homie Scoot, he runs Street Talk and shit. He hooked me up with a battle and shit. You know what I mean? I was trying to get Yaka. He hooked me up with somebody on their first battle as well. You know, ended up being a homie Leezy. Shout out to Leezy and shit. You know
That
what I
was
mean?
your first
The
battle?
misfitted niggas and shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, that was my first battle. It's on Street Talk and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah, I bodied Leezy and shit.
How'd you
know.
feel about that? Were you nervous to go into that battle?
No,
Not at
because
all.
I was already like, you know,
Prepared.
well, I was just good with stage presence already. You know, I done like I said, I was hitting the road with the homies. Done did tons of shows and shit. You know what I'm saying? I was good. You know what I mean, and I watched a bunch of battle rap. You know what I mean, everybody already knew I could rap.
Right.
It's not many of us in battle rap in the battle rap community that had like somewhat of a music buzz as well.
Right. Outside of battle rap.
Right. Shout out to my man Big Life, fantastic
shout out
battle
Big Life.
rapper, fantastic music.
Yeah,
you know
for
what I mean?
sure. Yeah.
And shout out to Jules King, you know what I'm saying? Nuts, you know what I mean? Nuts in the ring, you know what I mean? I think he just got out on Real Deal too, you know what I mean? But don't listen to me. Go
Check
watch
it
that
out.
shit.
You gotta watch. Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, so and there's a stigma, you know what I mean? I don't even know where I was going with that, but I do know there's a stigma with like, you know, battle rappers and making music.
Making
you know what I'm
music.
saying?
Yeah.
So I'm glad that I'm not really a part of that. You know what I mean? I'm glad I can break that curse. You know what I
You
mean?
can
Hopefully,
transition from battle to making regular music.
no question.
But no, you was telling us about that first battle. You said you were confident in because you already had your chops, you already had your bones from traveling and doing the tours and doing the different shows with the
Yeah.
homies already. You already had
and
the
I
stage
cooked,
presence.
and I was cooking, and it was just it worked so well. It was just like I was just shooing. You know what I mean? Like it was almost.
Did that give you a taste of want to do more battles after that?
Yeah,
first
definitely. I mean, I went on something of a run after that, you know, and yeah, you should check all them shits out. I mean, probably like 16, 17 battles in. I'm to a point where, you know what I mean, Pittsburgh battle rap, they know.
Now-
I ain't gonna disrespect nobody, but yeah, they know.
For you, do you have a preference? For you, do you have a preference? Like, what would you rather do? Would you rather battle rap or would you rather perform? Which one makes you feel
That's a good question.
the most fulfilled?
Man, I don't know, man. That's a good question. Damn. I don't know. You have to get back to me on that. Fantastic question, though.
For sure.
I can't even choose right now. I don't know.
That's straight, bro.
Good question.
So you're doing the battle rap, you're doing the Scully gang stuff. When did you start venturing off into more solo projects, doing your solo thing?
Yeah, so I always was somewhat of the glue when we did have the Black Scully gang like together. I guess I'm somewhat of a Lone Ranger now, but it's more of a family thing. Like we still got the gang, but they don't rap. Like they'll touch you though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'll do the rap. I do the rapping. You know what I mean? King, Jules King, he does rapping as well. But yeah, so the solo shit, like, I don't know, man. Like me personally, I guess the battle rap shit is a good segue as well because me personally, I don't know how it is for a Don Q or Big Life or a King or even a Real Deal. I know he does his music too, but like me personally, I got to jump in two different bags. Like whenever I'm like, I mean, when I'm doing music, I'm doing music.
That's a good point. Yeah.
When I'm battle rapping, like me personally, I know everybody has their own writing style. Me
Right.
personally, I write to a beat. I don't even start writing unless I got a beat. You know what I mean? I know other motherfuckers could fill their notebook up. I mean, they don't need a beat. I can't even hear raps unless I hear a beat. And when I'm writing battle rap rounds, it's definitely not like that.
You don't need that.
I'm not even thinking like that.
Yeah, your whole creative process is different.
Right. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm on some different shit. I'm on some. I don't know, like psycho, like a psycho comedian type shit. Like a comedian that's about to kill
The
you.
Joker.
Joker.
He
I'm on some Joker shit.
turned to the Joker. Hell yeah.
The Joker. Yeah, there you go. That's
Sure.
fantastic.
So you think the battle rap is kind of what led you into the solo journey? It
No,
kind of went
no.
hand
I
in
was
hand.
doing music. Like I said, I was doing music before battle rap. You know what I mean? I've been doing music since like 2010. I don't even know when I started battle rapping. Like, but after that, though.
Do you think one helped promoted the other?
I mean, I tried. You know what I mean? Somebody asked me that the other day. My man Cushy asked me that shit the other day. He is like, "Yeah, man, does one like catapult the other?"
Yeah.
Not always.
Do you think some people know you from one and not know you from the other? Like, damn, bro, I didn't even know you. I didn't even know you battled.
I don't know how it works, man. I mean, it's like that's a conversation all in itself. You know, me as an individual, like people who've heard my battles or heard my raps, music, the stigma with the battle rappers
Yeah.
and music. Like you might have seen my battle, so you might already wrote me off
Right.
with music, or vice versa. Like, who knows? I mean, I don't know.
Tough for you to say. What about for you? Who were some of the? I know you named some earlier, but who were some of the battle rappers that you think, not even just in the city, but in general?
Just my little Rushmore.
No, not that. But who you think transitions well, like making songs and also being a dope ass battle rapper?
I mean, I'm very harsh with both. Very harsh with both, man. So right now, shout out to Big Life.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I got.
He's the only one. You and him.
Yeah.
What about like Cassidy?
What about him?
You don't think he did it well?
In battle rap,
Both.
he battle rap. No,
Okay.
he didn't. He didn't pass the battle rap part.
What about like a Meek Mill?
He didn't pass the fucking battle rap part.
Yeah.
What's going on here? He
Yeah.
didn't pass the battle on wax part. Not even the battle rap part.
Ooh.
He didn't pass the battle on wax part.
Do you think that hurts? Was you expecting more from that?
Means that hurt.
Was you expecting more?
Yes. Yes, that night when he dropped that one joint that nobody remembers, yes.
Definitely nobody remembers that, John. I couldn't tell you a bar.
Yeah, I was truly disappointed. I felt like he let the whole PA down.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. No, for sure. Yeah, no, it definitely counts, right? How can it not? Because you got somebody stepping into your arena. You come from that. You should just body this man.
Yeah, there's no excuse.
I think it's underrated in that regard, though. Thinking of it, and not even making the Tory Lanez, because bro really is one of them dudes that come from the battle rap cloth.
I don't think he can survive.
You don't think so?
Not in the ring, like how we like I'm saying, like how we do it
Oh
now.
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. Like you put him in the ring with motherfucking the white boy, real deal, cut his head off.
Yeah,
old
chew
school,
him up.
Old school, cut his head off Wu-Tang style.
They
And
definitely
no
take-
diss, but yeah, I can't stand real deal's music.
What is it for you that doesn't connect?
I
Like
don't
between
know.
the two?
Maybe he's too white. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro.
Yeah. It's not something that you want to bump in your leisure.
Just can't do it.
I feel it, bro. I feel it. No, that's fair, bro. That's fair. Especially like you said, especially transitioning to the new age of battle rap. But I mean, Eminem's one of those dudes, right? He comes from
M's one of my favorite MCs of all time.
yeah, same. He's on my top 5. I gotta
Same.
rotating top one. It's always somebody out of my top 5.
Yeah, I got my rotation.
Who's yours?
Right now the order would go. Damn. This is all timer right now.
All time.
I got an all time rotating, and I got it right now.
Go ahead, give
You
us
know what I'm
both.
saying?
Shit, give
I
us
go
both
too
then.
hard. I go too hard with hip hop.
Yeah, no, give us
You know
both.
what I mean? I go in the crib. I don't watch movies. I listen to music.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm at the shop. I work at the shop all day.
Yeah.
Listen to that shit. In tradition with the old school time bomb, I would be considered like the modern day Brick.
Yep.
Shout out to OG Brick. You know what I'm saying?
Fucking right, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like who I'm in contact with daily. So I'm like running time bomb. We keeping the essence of Pittsburgh hip hop.
because it's such an important
It
part
means
of it.
it means something to us,
Hell
and I
yeah, it
know it
does.
means something to our patrons as well.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
100%.
So, yeah, I mean, you being one, and we appreciate you and love you. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
man, same.
I had to come through.
Yeah, no, for
You know what
sure,
I
bro.
mean? Like, that's real.
No, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate y'all down there, and love what you're talking about. Keeping it the essence of that, because like you said, you got your some of your first music in Time Bomb, and that meant something, right? To have your
Oh,
music
man.
in
When I
Time
first
Bomb.
walked in, this is a good story. When I first walked in, man, it's the first time we walks in, and then Brick's at the desk, and I look up, and all we could see was the poster, Mac Miller High Life.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I walked in with my little bro Big Penny and shit. Yo, like, we like, yo, who the fuck is
Yeah,
he?
yeah,
Of course, I ended up, yeah, I mean, running into him at the studio, yeah, I
right.
mean. So, yeah, I mean, I got nothing but great things to say about Mac. I ended up
100%.
meeting Mac. First time I met Mac was at the studio, was your mom's house studio. I don't know if you remember that one.
Absolutely, yeah. I had
Okay, cool.
Folkland Los on here, and that was his
Right,
studio for
right.
sure. Yeah.
And, yeah, I
Well,
mean,
the studio that
and
he
we had the
recorded at.
homie, was it CLG?
Yep.
Yeah, he was the homie Corey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he
Yeah,
used to,
Folkland. Yep.
we was whoop, 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 whoop,
Yep.
whoop. And that's where I first met Mac, and then I ended up like being introduced to him through the homie Tully. You know what I'm saying?
Tully
Rest in peace,
bands, man.
Tully
Rest in
and shit.
peace. Yeah.
Him and Reem. Yeah, I mean, Reem and Tully introduced me to Mac.
And I
know
see
what
you
I'm
got
saying?
jams with Remo.
Yeah, Reem's my brother.
Yeah.
Everybody know that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Tully was my brother as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, from the hood. Yeah, I mean, the Larmer boys, I'm from Garfield. That's like,
Right. Hand in hand.
it's like a hood over, basically. You know what I'm saying?
All East Side shit,
Like,
big
nothing's,
East Side shit.
like, what separates us is like a park.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so
Those-
I came up. Yeah, I mean, we all go to Peabody and shit. You know what I mean, like, and for high school, and then yeah, I mean, I was always good in every hood in the city, so I was always definitely good down Larmer, and I know everybody that's good in my hood down Larmer, so
Right.
yeah, for
So
sure.
you go to the studio, you see Mac down there, and this is after you already seen the High Life poster.
This was after for sure. Yeah. When
you
I
have-
first seen that shit, I was like, yo, who is he? I remember shout out to the homie Beatty Land and shit too.
Yeah, man.
He had his CD on the counter and shit. Yeah, I mean, I can't remember which one it was, but
It was
I
prior.
remember
to
I grabbed that joint.
It was probably Beat Bully, or might have been right before Beat
What?
Bully.
No, this is OG. This is like Beatty Land.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Yeah, I mean, so I remember we grabbed that joint. We grabbed the bit, like, we can find out who these white boys is coming up in the
Did you
city.
grab the High Life and the and the
No,
Beatty
we didn't
joint?
grab the High Life. We grabbed the Beatty, and we went to the Big Penny's studio where he was recording Black Scully. Put that shit on, was like, yeah, yo, they're definitely hard. You know what I'm
He's
saying?
spitting. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we couldn't hate, bro. Like, yo, they're definitely hard.
Who were some of the people from the city you was listening to at that time?
Oh man, shout out to the legendary Scorching Hot. You know what I'm saying? I got the yellow and red this in the whip right now. I go that hard with hip hop. Like, shout out to the legendary State Fam, you know what I'm saying, from my hood and shit. You know what I mean? Couldn't nobody fuck with them. Couldn't nobody fuck with Scorching Hot. Could nobody really fuck with State Fam. Shout out to the GOV. Oh man, the government. I remember when Smalls remember when S Money did brought K Slay and dropped the joint with K Slay?
Yeah,
He's
hell
like,
yeah.
that shit
Hell
is
yeah.
hard. You know what I'm saying? That was legendary work, bro. Yeah, that's how I came up as far as Pittsburgh. You know what I mean? Oh, gotta mention the homie Big Life. Definitely been I've been bumping Big Life since like Red Brick 1. Who else is hot from the city? Because I'm a very, very harsh critic. My brother King would say. I mean, I only mess with the hard spitters. Like hard spitters.
Hell yeah, no, and all of those people you said are definitely legends, and the ones that you name whenever you think of the city, and whenever I'm introducing people to stuff in the city, that's some of the stuff that's coming up. You know what I mean? Especially like a Puffin' on Perk. You know what I mean? That's, I think, stuff you mentioned, S Money. You know, you made I'm the Man, and that went crazy. You know what I mean? So it's important to, and that goes back to what we were saying earlier. It's important to know where you came from and those who paved the way to make it so that you can do what you're doing. You know what I mean? So
Bullshit.
so you're doing all that stuff. You're doing the solos now. you did the battle rap shit. You're coming into your own as an MC. What was your last drop? What was the most recent drop from you?
Yeah, so that's also a good question. My last full length project I released was the third installment of my mixtape series is Hako Man Savage.
Mm-hmm.
So I dropped Hako Man 3. That was 2022.
Yeah.
And then yeah, that's probably my favorite uh piece of work I've released since I've been rapping. That's released. You know what I'm saying?
How can people get a hold of that?
YouTube, J-Hawk, Hako Man 3.
Make sure y'all do that.
J-Hawk, Hako Man.
How can they get a hold of you if they want to get a hold of you on social media? Want to do collabs? The
J-Hawk.
producers want to send you beats. How do they do that?
Yeah, just get at me. You can email jhawk.ihb@gmail. I mean, or Instagram, jhawk.
IHB is Hawk, bitch.
You know what I'm saying? That's me.
Yeah,
jhawk
for sure.
_IHB. You know what I mean?
Make sure y'all get up with them, man.
Yeah,
Make sure
for
y'all
sure.
check out that music and follow them. And definitely make sure you them producers send beats. I always love it when they send them beats in, ain't it?
Sometimes it gets overwhelming.
Yeah.
You know, I have some beats on my desk now that I'm really trying to tackle.
What are you working on? I know Billy Hoyle was here and he played some dope tunes for us.
Yeah, we're not done, me and Hoyle, man. But me and Hoyle are about to probably release my favorite piece of work that I've ever created for sure. That Player One shit. It's gonna be super, super, super dope. I'm also working on some stuff with Nate Fox. Shout out.
Shout out Nate Fox.
Super, super dope sounds I'm getting that I really want to take my time with.
Make sure y'all check out that episode. We had Nate Fox on the show. Make sure y'all check that out and hear about his journey. Grammy Award winner. How'd you hook up with Nate?
Just the sounds. I guess this just was destiny. You know what I mean? I heard about his work. He heard about mine. Stumbles into the shop, just trying to shop. Probably just copping daily bread, and then we both had these like MF Doom rings on at the same time and shit, and it was just like just like kindred spirits.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to finishing up and releasing some work with him, and keep working with Hoyle. Shout out to my man 1-2. Last shit I put out, to be more specific, was super dope track I dropped last month called Rocks. Check that out. It's a bop. Yeah, I mean that shit's hard.
You want to play it for us?
Yeah.
play
We
some
could
music?
definitely play that joint. You know what I'm saying?
You said
That's
this is
a bop.
out now?
Yeah, this is out.
I'm gonna pass you the ox.
Thank you. Yeah. Big.
Hell yeah. Tell us a little bit. Intro this track for us.
For sure. Hold on, let me pull it up.
Yeah, for sure.
Make sure I'm pulling this bitch up. No interruptions. You heard me.
You said you just released this one last month?
Yeah, man. So this joint, let me make sure I'm plugged in. This joint right here is called J-Hawk Rocks. This is Rocks, not, something I'm working on as far as a full project, but right now I just been kind of bird feeding the people in this new wave that I'm getting used to. You understand? It's the streaming wave.
Right.
You understand? I just released couple tracks. I mean,
Just hitting them with singles right now.
a few months back, I released my first one. It's a joint called Weirdos, featuring my bro Jules King, produced by my man 1-2. Right?
Yeah.
Super dope track, and it actually hyped him up for that battle that just dropped yesterday. So I'm very satisfied with it. I dropped a joint a few weeks ago called Rocks. You know what I mean? It's helping me get used to this new wave. I'm cut from that cloth. I was just fine with the old methods. I'm used to selling CDs out my trunk type shit. You know what I mean?
Physical copies type
straight
shit,
Master
yeah.
P style. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the class I'm from. So I'm just trying to adjust, to the new wave and create a new model. You know what I mean? But the art is coming. The art is still coming. So yeah, I'm very proud of what's coming, and this is a great testament. This song is a great testament of things to come.
For sure.
Yeah, man, for sure. Rocks. You heard?
Rock Lobster.
You dig?
Okay, here we go. In the commission, we asked for permission to hit him like Billy Bats got whacked by Tommy and Jim niggas snitching. Henry, what it gave me the every remnants of lynching Willie. And also the P1's mannerisms. Can't get dig it, had to visit. Go way out to the quipper for half a chicken. Cut the middle man in this shit. Done with the dally dilly. Other day, my Duchess was president. A pack of Phillies, just trying to bring back the feeling. Record the album and chill till it's time to record again. Not dealing with mortal men, you're dealing with demigods that dealt with the mortal sin. Then way to measure the odds, and it wasn't in our favor. Archaic measures was broad. Swore slaying with my saber. Now tell me, do you rock sweaty? You fox sweaty? You rock sweaty? You fox sweaty? Yeah, I rock sweaty. Yeah, I fox sweaty. Yeah, I rock sweaty. Yeah, I fox sweaty. You rock sweaty? You fox sweaty? You rock sweaty? You fox sweaty? Yeah, I rock sweaty. Yeah, I fox sweaty. Yeah, I rock sweaty. Yeah, I fox sweaty. Music glow, smoke a bone. Cruising in foreign hoods, seen the dicks down the road. Wish it was sporting goods. I'm hoping they couldn't see me through the fog in my whip. They say the grass is always greener where you water the shit. Ducking the force in the jig. Just out of spite, no Batman. This man hunt. Commission to shine them lights like fishing with dynamite. Smoking where the honeybees roam. I'm talking U.S. Marshall when ain't no Tommy Lee Jones. Shit your dungarees running from the bees. They don't wanna see a nigga climbing up from the trees. Rather see us swing from our necks, blood on the leaves. You don't wanna be. Come the next one that they see it, they snatch a nigga. I seen this shit happen. Matter of fact, it's as expected. Shit, you need some adapting. Shit, you need some adjusting. You see your peoples are suffering. You say you rock with them. Couldn't be me getting up, clicking with fuck niggas. You rock sweaty, you fox sweaty, you rock sweaty, you fox sweaty. Yeah, I rock sweaty. Yeah, I fox sweaty. Yeah, I rock sweaty. Yeah, I fox sweaty. You rock sweaty, you fox sweaty, you rock sweaty, you fox sweaty. Yeah, I rock sweaty. Yeah, I fox sweaty. Yeah, I rock sweaty. Yeah, I fox sweaty. Do 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 do
Hell yeah. So you just released that one?
Yeah, that shit's out now. Jayhawk Rocks, you know what I'm saying? Go check it out, put it on your playlist.
Yeah.
For sure.
Do that right away.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, man. No, I appreciate you for joining me on the world's dopest podcast, the Marley State of Mind Pack podcast. Definitely going to be looking forward to everything that you got coming up in the future.
Thank you.
Anytime you want to promote, you got something going on, you're always welcome down here at a Bunch of Bull Studios.
Yeah, 2025 is going to be super, super dope for us.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I mean, next thing I'm probably going to drop is that joint with me and Hoyle.
Yeah.
Because that's a very, very, very passionate project, and we're very excited. So just that alone, it's going to be a successful 2025.
Yeah, man. Like I said, we're going to be looking forward to it. I'm definitely going to download that jam, bro. That shit goes hard. Mm-hmm. And once again, man, I appreciate you for joining me. Anytime people take time out to share their story and what they're doing, and I like to find this to be, not only for you guys to talk about your journey, but also to be informative for those coming up in hip hop, right? They can learn from your story, hear about some of the things you did that was successful for you, and hopefully they can build off of that. You know what I mean?
For sure. Yeah. And again, it's hip hop, so that kind of makes us somewhat of a family. You know what I mean?
It
and
does.
that takes it back to I mean, for the callback of it being the essence of hip hop. Like,
Yeah, man. It all comes full
that's
circle,
that's
right?
that's its original intention.
You ducked one of my questions though. I can't let you leave without answering that one. Who's your top five? Who's your top five all time?
All time, I would have to say, no specific order, rotating top five. Styles P, Eminem, MF Doom, Cameron, Rock Marciano.
It's a pretty good top five. It's a pretty good top five. I'll take it for sure. But yeah, no, I'm definitely going to be looking forward to the new music, and like I said, we're here for you for all of that. And also, we'll be here next Friday for Vision Talks at 2. Of course, we do a Stash Spot podcast on Friday too, where the homies had a different buds on there, different strands. They rate them. They got a 1 through 15 rating system of what's the best bud. They might have 2 or 3 strands
That's
on
hard.
there, and smoke them. And then I'm gonna be here next Saturday with another guest for you on the world's dopest podcast, the Molly State of Mind podcast. Real quick before I go, I'll be remiss if I didn't. Just found out the homie Junior Moth passed away, which is super sad. Him and Nuke Naka had a radio show down Pirate Radio, which was a big part of me connecting with other artists. And it was the first hip hop show that I was a part of that was like kind of like a podcast before a podcast.
Damn.
And they had that all right there in Pittsburgh, so that was cool as hell too. And they always showed me a lot of love.
Well, sorry to hear that. Rest in peace to them.
Yeah, man. Rest in peace to Moth, man. So
Rest in peace to Angie Martinez. This day, Angie Martinez died.
uh-uh.
No, I'm sorry. Angie Stone.
Oh, bro. About to say Angie Martinez passed,
Why did I
bro?
say that? My bad.
Damn,
I hope
bro.
nothing happens to Angie.
I'm about
No.
to say, yo, that's crazy.
Angie Stone died today.
No, that's crazy too. That's crazy too. I knew Angie Stone, but I ain't Angie Martinez.
No, don't say that again. My bad. I didn't mean to put it on.
No, all good, man.
That's what I meant to say. Angie Stone died today. Rest in peace to her. Shit.
For sure.
That's how my baby's mom passed away as well.
Really?
Yeah, back in 2013 on a Mother's Day.
So it's significant for you for many reasons.
For sure.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
No, man. Rest in peace to all those gone, past and present. But yeah, man, we're gonna end this off on a good note. Make sure you follow my man J Hawk. Make sure you follow us, like, subscribe, comment too, man. Y'all watching on YouTube, make sure y'all comment down there and let us know what you think. Come up for some questions for the next artist, and definitely connect with J Hawk. But until then, we out of here.
Yeah,
Peace.
no.